What's up, my Super Saiyan Blues? How are y'all doing today? AJ here with another Dragon Ball Super manga review, folks, and this is chapter number 91. The boys will not be joining me today. It is going to be me by myself reviewing this for y'all, trying to do it in less than 30 minutes, so let's go ahead and get right into it. The title of it today is Chapter 91, The Red Ribbon Army's Revival. Now, folks, if y'all have all seen Dragon Ball Super Hero, this chapter 91 and I believe chapter 92 are going to be lead-ins into the movie of Dragon Ball Super Hero. So we're going to get the stuff we didn't see on camera. Could be exciting, could be terrible, but let's go ahead and get right into it. We're going to talk about this first page right here. I like the artwork. You got little Pan coming at you, Piccolo with his arms crossed, Gohan holding his glasses on his face, and then you got Gamma 1 and 2. And in the back, the looming figure that we never knew about until we saw the movie, which is, we know now as Cell Max. I like the artwork here. Like I said, I like the way it's going. I have read the chapter off camera, and it's a pretty good chapter. I like it. So we're going to go ahead and, without further ado, get right into it. I'm not going to do my shout-outs today, because I got some, we got to hurry up and get into this, so there's not going to be any shout-outs to anybody. I'm not any hating on anyone, just not shouting out today. So let's go ahead and get into first page. I said first page. There we go. Got Piccolo looking angry. He's in a marketplace, but you actually see he's at Pan's school. See you tomorrow, teacher. Daddy. Well, it's not Daddy. It's Piccolo. Oh, Piccolo. Hi, Pan. I'm picking you up today. Where's my mommy and daddy? Well, Piccolo is, as you'll see here, this is a running gag for the rest of the show, or for the rest of the manga chapter. Piccolo is basically Gohan and Vidal's babysitter slash kid service to take them to school and pick them up and stuff like that. So I think it's hilarious making Piccolo, when we first met Piccolo, he was King Piccolo's son, and he hated Goku, and he wanted to kill everybody, Well, then he kills Goku in the Saiyan Saga versus Raditz, and, then becomes soft and trains Gohan and becomes, softer. So it's kind of funny for me to see, as somebody who's been reading or looking at Dragon Ball and reading Dragon Ball since Dragon Ball number 1 to now, how Piccolo has changed so much. He's more of a trusted confidant and a well-liked uncle to the Saiyan family, which is how I take it. So Pan says, that's okay, I'm always glad to see you, and Piccolo gets the smile on his face and has some time to kill. We can visit my place. So they go to Piccolo's house. I'm going to put the thing right here. They go to Piccolo's house, and he's training. Well, Pan's, throwing some punches. Yeah. Evil's going to be mopped up, Saiyan Man here. And he goes, Saiyan Man explained the superheroes Goten and Trunks turn into. And Piccolo's like, bruh, they're just, like, Gohan, really? So, I'll never understand Saiyans, Piccolo says. Then Pan says that they weren't studying enough, and they couldn't be heroes anymore. So their grandma was crazy, and he's talking about Bulma and Chi-Chi, I guess. And Piccolo's like, well, yeah, Chi-Chi's always been like that. And then you got Pan saying she wants to get all that stuff, and she watches a frog jump away. A frog jumps off the cliff. Piccolo says, hey, don't run so close to the cliff. Pan falls off the cliff. Piccolo's like, hey! Runs after him. She's holding on to a tree with her right hand. Her left hand has the froggy, and she's like, I got the froggy. And Piccolo's like, phew, you really scared me. And he goes, you're pretty fearless, huh, Pan? And Pan's like, yep. It's kind of strange how this Pan, they've turned her into she's more like Goku as a kid than she is Gohan. because Gohan as a kid, when Piccolo took him out to training for those years, for the first 6 months, I guess, he was crying, didn't want to do anything, and, a real reluctant child to do things. And it was good to see him grow, but as you can see, Pan is fearless. She is and I gotta say, being an older brother to a little sister, my little sister is 30-something years old now, but when she was a kid, she was fearless. Absolutely fearless. She was more fearless than I was. Running on the back of couches, jumping off of couches, stuff like that. She was just nuts. And I can tell you, girls, when they have their mind made up, they're pretty fearless about shit. And it's crazy. It's you would think the male of our species would be more go-getter, but when you got somebody like my sister or Pan, they go after what they want, they get it, and they don't back down. So it's good to see this. It's good to see this in media, other than making women just something that needs to be rescued. But other than that, next page. They keep talking about it. You want to be a superhero so badly. And she says, he goes, well, why not let me train you? And she goes, whoa, let you mean it? He goes, I'll mold you to a little demon. So she jumps on him and da-da-da. And they're playing around, okay? Then, next thing, it skips to the police station downtown, okay? West Capitol Police Headquarters. The Red Ribbon Army was a diabolical paramilitary group that sought world domination. So basically, what we're getting on this page right here, folks, when you see the thing moving around, what we're getting on this page is the backstory from the Red Ribbon Army and its destruction to how we're getting the Red Ribbon Pharmaceutical Company now. And I got to fix this on my head because this is terrible, and my hair looks terrible. Oh my God. Anyway, so the world believed the organization fizzled out about 30 years ago. The death of its first leader, Commander Red Ribbon. We all know that his commander's son is Magenta, has been rebuilding the army. So that's what we learned, that Commander Red, when he died, he had a son who was Magenta, who now is control of Red Ribbon Pharmaceuticals. Yes, it's a public face operation, like a funding. They want the incarcerated Dr. Hero, the key to the revival effort. Okay, so they asked Krillin to talk about Dr. Hito. And he says, Hito, who holds both PhD and MD, is the grandson of Dr. Jiro, a scientist who once worked with the Red Ribbon Army. Hito's father was Jiro's second son, but when Hito was only child, both his parents died in an accident. The boy lived off his inheritance and proved to be a prodigy, earning his PhD at age 14. Wow, that's like Doogie Howser. Okay, if y'all don't know what Doogie Howser is, go look up on YouTube. Doogie Howser, MD. It is Neil Patrick Harris as a child, as a doctor. Doogie Howser, MD. Great show. So why does the Red Ribbon bring inherited data on biological weapon from his grandfather? So they asked him, said, why do they want him? Well, the reason why is because he's Jiro's grandson. He knows all the android stuff, all the cell stuff, and they want to use it. So Krillin says we have to put a stop to this. Make no mistake, everyone contact him. Moment, roger that. Okay, so now you got Red Pharmaceuticals on this page, and you see a wasp falling behind, and that is Magenta, folks. No, excuse me, I lied. That is Carmine. That is Carmine. Carmine walks up to the table. The guys right here that you see the thing going around, that is Magenta. Give me good news, Carmine. Where are we on this Hito fella? We've learned he's in prison at the moment. He can't very well join if he's in the clink. You do realize what we need. He's got to rebuild. Yes, sir. I assure you, Commander Magenta. We will grab Hito 3 months from now when he gets out. That's what I like to hear. Don't screw this up, you hear me? My dear old Pops couldn't see it through, but I'll make good on his dreams to conquer the world. Okay. I don't know about you folks, but I've always thought that when the bad guy right here does the hand wringing and goes, huh, we're going to conquer the world. That's always been a thing for me to go, maybe not, homie. Maybe not, you know? So, we jump 3 months later to the prison, okay? Walks out the door. Get out and stay out. Hito punches something on his arm. Beep, boop, boop, boop. Blows it up. All right. As he's walking down the street, the car pulls up. Dr. Hito, I presume, been expecting you. You can call me Magenta, Magenta, president of Red Pharmaceuticals. You know me? How's that? I looked you up. Come again? I spotted your driver when he was spying on me at the athletic grounds. Seemed fishy, so I had him tailed. How? Because he's like in jail, right? How did you have me tailed? Come, Hachimaru. And you see, it's a robotized wasp. But it's a real wasp, I think. Yeah, I'll come down here. What am I looking here? Meet my cyborg agent, a modified wasp. Hachimaru will follow your driver up to your office and caught you two talking about me. So he tells him all that and says, I know you're playing already. Whatever. Gets in. Krillin is watching. Got into Magenta's car just like we anticipated. Perfect. Follow them. We're ready to mobilize once we know their secret base is. Give me that location, Officer Krillin. Zoom. Shoosh. My condolences regarding your granddad, Dr. Dro. Whatever. It's still, I was still a kid when he passed. I never met him. Don't even know how he died. You don't say, well, losing him was a big blow to operation. Father, I get it. First come the genius Dr. Ursa, now you're after the mega genius Dr. Hito. You got that right. We can offer research facilities, funds, and 300 mil per android to sweeten the pot. And then Krillin's head's right there, and it looks like Hito sees him. He says, beep, beep, beep. I don't know. So he's telling Hachimaru to follow Krillin now. My parents didn't think of my grandfather, world conqueror. Krillin notices the bee finally. The bee goes after him, hits the car, and throws him and the bee off, and the car goes crazy. Magenta's like, holy shit. And Magenta looks back like, huh? And Hideo goes, you see, I'm a fan of powerful, awesome heroes. Yeah, I know you're one of those hero fanatics. But listen, my goal is to take down some dangerous folks, people who oppose us. We're out to make a peaceful world. We're in control, not different than superheroes. So then Krillin starts going to fight Hachimaru. And he's fighting him. Let me get this straight. You plan to take over the world by force and shape it accordingly. That sort of authority doesn't pique my interest. Little does outside of my research. Still not convinced? How about a cool billion for each android you made? An offer I can't refuse. And then he holds a gun. Bingo. Fine if I must. So, Magenta's offering Hito the spot. Hito really don't want it. But Carmine's like, yo, you're going to take it or we're going to blow your brains out, basically. Furthermore, one jab from his toxic stinger will incapacitate human or will remain in the remaining biological moments of android. To be clear, that firearm doesn't scare me. I've injected myself. So Hito tells the guy, the gun don't scare me, bro. You're going to shoot me and it's going to bounce off. Which, I don't know. Toxic stinger, Krillin says. So he gets back in the fight, dodges it, pulls out a gun, shoots Hachimaru. The car spins around. I'm only operating because the comfortable funding you're offering appeals to me. That's what will allow me to create the greatest androids. And mind you, President Magenta, I have no interest in your lawfully ambitious in and of themselves. Fine by me. Straightens the car out. Hachimaru is on. What in the world? Come on, where'd you learn to drive, Carmine? Apologies, sir. So, who's the biggest obstacle in your path? The folks who took down Cell. Wasn't that Hercule? Okay, this right here is fucking hilarious to me, folks. And I think it was mentioned in the movie, too. I don't remember. They say Hercule brought down Cell. I gotta take a sip of something real quick. Hold on. We all know that's not true. So it says right here, not quite. He's involved for sure, but our investigation is focusing on one nasty cabal, a secret group all revolving around Bulma of Capsule Corp. And then Hito gets excited. Capsule Corporation, I have Boba's son to thank for my stint in prison. What a world, huh? I'll skip to the point then, says Magenta. So he's got Hito on the hook. And he's like, And Hito's like, Capsule Corp and Trunks. Oh, yeah, we're going to take these bitches down. So they keep discussing about the people who took down Cell. We're thinking these guys are extraterrestrials. Like, what, like aliens? I guess it explains why they did fly around and such. They're using the resources of Capsule Corp to plan a full... concocting evil schemes while pretending to be heroes. How nefarious. Okay, so there you see the truth actually get twist to Hito's mind. He wants to believe that the people who stopped Cell are heroes. However, Magenta is marking them as enemies, which makes sense when they're the bad guys and they don't want the heroes to succeed. Majin Buu and King Piccolo are also part of this cabal. So then you got Krillin saying, Sergeant Nuts. Sergeant Nuts. Can confirm the Red Ribbon Army's goal and Hito's willingness to aid them. Well done, stay on them. Beep, beep, beep. Sounds like a job for superheroes. Beep, beep, beep. Whip up a foolish question. So he brings Orochimaru back to life, opens its tail, and pulls out a jet motor, I guess, and comes to Krillin, attacks Krillin. Krillin gets thrown in the woods, in the rocks. They drive away. Hito's got his superhero costume on. Says, as of now, my goal is to give the rise to the greatest androids the universe ever known. Fantastic. The Red Ribbon Army will be back on top in no time. Hurrah! And then he notifies Magenta and Carmine. Oh, by the way, there was a police officer following us. What? And then Krillin's laying on the ground, hurt. He says, Sergeant Nuts, I've lost him. Sorry. How could you, Krillin? Well, I don't know. He's fighting a super-powered wasp. I don't fucking know. So next page. Half a year later, you got Pan and Piccolo sparring. Jesus. Sparring. S-P-A-R-R-I-N-G. Sparring. Okay. She's getting tired. Bop. Ready to call it a day. Pan launches at Piccolo. Jumps over him. Comes around. Goes to kick him. Piccolo reacts. Hits her into the rocks. She says, ow. Piccolo goes, are you okay? And she goes, yeah, I'm fine. That's all for today. Okay. Here, water. How thoughtful of you, Pan. Then Piccolo says, I think you have more talent for this than your father. Which, I don't know. We've only seen a little bit of training. We saw how strong she kind of was in the movie. We didn't really get any real leads to it, so we're going to keep on going. But I would learn how to shoot Kikoho blast from my hands and stuff. Goten and Trunks can do that, you know. Like I've explained, you need to master the basics first. You can't even fly. Well, yeah, it's hard. Of course it is. Go on and try. Okay. Don't force it. Okay, shh. Let me try. She tries. She can't fly. Well, no need to rush it. Womp womp. You're only 3. You got plenty of time. Plus, give me your saying, geez, once you get it, you'll get it for good. Okay, next page. Piccolo, I heard that Daddy could be stronger than Grandpa if he wanted to be. Is that true? Grandpa, oh, Goku? Yeah, that's right. Well, maybe not right now. I've never seen Daddy in a fight. Only because there's no need. He fight if push come to shove. Can I take you home? No, I can go home alone. And then she takes off like a bat out of hell, just running. Piccolo's like, yeah, all right. Jumps down, grabs a tree, flips it like it's a bar section in gymnastics, gets on the ground, starts running. That's that. Pan's gone. Gone. All right. Next thing. The next morning, you got Piccolo on top of a mountain with a crater of rocks floating in the air. You know, he's meditating. He's not sleeping. He's meditating. So, Does all that, phone buzzes. Flies down, picks up the phone. What is it, Fidel? Oh, good morning, Piccolo. You busy this afternoon? Why? I'm always busy training. What do you need? Well, there's a attorney for the martial arts I teach. So I was wondering if you could pick up Pam from preschool. Why can't Gohan go get it? Because he's been locked in research again, that idiot, I swear. Please, Piccolo, fine. Thanks, you're the best. At 1 o'clock sharp, then I'll be sure to buy you a tasty treat and things. I only drink water, no food. You know this. Right, duh. Then how about another adorable plushie? And he's like, why plushies? Why? So, Piccolo goes outside. I really need to give him a piece of my mind. Flies to Gohan's house. Gohan's click-clacking away on the computer like, oh, I've got to prepare my bug slides because I've got a thing to do. So Piccolo takes his fingernail and on the glass, which would absolutely piss me off. I'd be like, ugh, you bitch. Gohan goes, oh, Piccolo, I hear Videl asked you to pick Pan up again. Thanks for helping out. Enough. What are you up to that's so important, huh? If you must know, my report on insects concerns a fascinating fromicide find. When these ants sense danger, they glow and transform like Super Saiyans, you might say. Forget your stupid Saiyan ants. That's not the point. I'm asking why this crap takes priority over picking up your kid. We've got you to help out, right, Piccolo? Ugh! Would it kill you to train once in a while? Who knows when the next great evil will rise up? Right there. That line from Piccolo right there. Foreshadowing. What? There are evildoers still out there? Besides, no matter the threat, we've got Dad and Vegeta. And then Piccolo throws an elbow and Gohan blocks. Hey, you didn't think I've gotten rusty, did you? And then Piccolo comes with a haymaker left hand uppercut, hits Gohan in the belly. Gohan, you've been slacking. And then he zooms away. Or no, then he gets the clothes beam thrown on him. Heavy. I bet that outfit brings back memories. It might be hard to write my report like this. Stop whining. I agreed to pick up your daughter. Thank you, seriously. We'll have to send you another plushie. I don't want another one. I've never said I like those fuzzy things. The nerve. Piccolo sure is grumpy. Now he's back to meditating again. Darn, they're not there. Too many intrusive thoughts. Focus. Glint. And then something's fired at Piccolo. He sees it, dodges it, comes out. Who dares interrupt my training? And you see, it is Android Gamma 2. Twirls his gun like a old West shooter, puts it in his holster. King Piccolo, I presume? Sorry, I'm just regular Piccolo. I don't get it. Look, it's a long story, but who you're meant to be, some old-timey hero, I prefer retro, if you don't mind. And I'm sorry to say, my true identity, bam, is a big secret. Dun, 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 to be continued. All right, folks, so that is chapter 91 of this Dragon Ball Super manga. And this is part 1 into our delve into the beginnings of Dragon Ball Super Hero, the movie. I don't know if they're actually going to mangatize, mangatize the actual movie. But if we get another one like this, where we see the fight between Piccolo and Gamma 1, or Gamma 2 and Gamma 1, might be a good thing. I hope you enjoyed this review, folks. A little early in the morning, I know, but I had to go ahead and get it up as soon as I could, just to get views and stuff. And I hope y'all enjoyed my review. I hope y'all enjoyed my little take on it. I know I'm not the best reader and the best voice actor, but there is some people I can voice act when they come. I'm getting better with the Piccolo voice. Sorry, I'm just regular Piccolo. So that being said, thank you for watching the stream. Thank you for watching the review on chapter 91. Remember what I always tell you, be kind to one another. Peace out. and I love y'all. And yeah, CamelliaCon 5 is coming up in May. I have a hotel room. I don't know if I'm going yet. That being said, the boys are going and we'll be there. And if I am there and I do have a panel, the boys will be doing the regular stuff. I'm hoping that we get monetized this year, folks, so we can pay the editor. That being said, again, remember what I always tell you. Be kind to one another.